Okay, I'm up here and I just got through, me and Brandon did, he just left. Figured I'd make a little quick video of how we did this one. The two panels that's on this side here, they're a little bit taller than the other panels. By probably 3 inches. So what we did is we put these two down here to where I can walk in a little bit more comfortable. But I'll take you on the inside. I'll show you kind of how I did the webbing to hold the top up right in here for the wire. Like I said, I just bought these things here at Lowe's, and I took and bought this pipe here. This is actually EMT. It's actually Schedule 40 galvanized pipe. The junkyard that we have down there, he has probably maybe 300 feet of it, so it's in 10-foot lengths. Evidently they tore down a building and somebody saved the pipe. It's a whole lot cheaper for me to buy it than top rail at Lowe's. I can get this for about $3 a stick. At Lowe's it's $9 for a 10-foot piece, and it's not as strong. But we drove this one here, and Brandon, I had already kicked the fence over for him to drive it, and he moved it on up next to the fence, so we had to set the, we just unclamped it and set this one to the inside. But you can see how I clamped them on there. And then I put clamps to hold the fence down here. These posts are drove in the ground about 4 foot. We used a post driver and drove them in about 4 foot. So this thing should never be able to lift up and go anywhere. I'm gonna probably go in the back and put 2 more, I got some 5/8 round bar that I'll probably make a little hook on it and drive them in. I don't know, I'm gonna see. This thing's pretty heavy because it's got a 10-foot roof in here. You can see right there where I kind of missed my cuts. I don't know how it worked out, but I don't know. It was on every one of them because I cut every one of them at once and then started sticking them together. I figure if it gives me a problem, I'll come in here and stick a 2x4 right here. But so far, me and Brandon sat in the middle of it and it didn't go down any at all. So me and him in the garage just took, and I told him we'll put a 2x4 up under each end and sit on it, and if it don't go nowhere, I ain't worried about it. So, but we got that done, and we took and I just strapped it on. I didn't use the hangers, I didn't have any, so I just used some galvanized sheet metal that I had. It works just as good. But we went ahead and put a 2x4 in the center of this one since we were going 12 foot. This roof hangs over about 13 something inches on each side. But back to this here, I just got the 2 pieces from here out to the front of the fence, and I was having problems when me and Brandon pulled it tight from side to side to try and get this wire to tighten up. It started pulling the post on the end. This post here was coming in and this post here, so we went ahead and threw a middle bar up there to keep it. And when we did, we already had the wire on, and that made it really good and tight on this end. We didn't have it tied in down here, so, but it's not too bad. I mean, it's still pretty good. I don't know how we're going to do with the leaves when they start falling. I guess I'll get a leaf blower in here and blow them off. But I did put a piece of wood up above the door, and I just let the chain fence come down in behind it, and took a piece of board and screwed it on so that it's clamped in. That way it gets the corners, and this corner's done it's kind of just mushed all down in there. And then I took some hanger wire and just ran in and out between the fence and the wire there, and it holds it pretty good. I mean, it don't come out. So I got a little bit of a sore throat, so it's kind of hard to talk. But there's what it looks like when you put the fence. I had to piece this fence here, a little piece right in here. I took in, the guy that had it took and bent the whole fence right in here, so we ended up getting the whole dog kennel for 30 bucks. Justin took 2 panels and I took 2 panels, so he's going to do the same thing with his peacocks as I did with these turkeys and the peacocks down there. But I did put them a little roost, same way that I did down at the other at the Peacocks. I didn't have a long enough board, so I just threw a piece of 2x4 underneath, screwed it down, put a stiff knee. Everything I've done, I've been trying to do it somewhat on the cheap, because these pins are getting to be, you know, $300 a piece when you do this much here work to them, you know, with the metal, the wood, all the pipe, the chicken fence and all. It gets pretty expensive, so I just been doing it, you know, with what I got. All right, well, I'll get out here and take one picture of it back this way, and then I'll show you. Okay, that's what it looks like. The goat pens are right in there. The other chicken pen is right behind it. The little playhouse for the kids is right over there, so that kind of tells you where it's at in the location up here. But the goats are all doing good. We sold Sweetie the other day. Let me walk over here and I'll show them to you. There's Robert. He's been about to go crazy. I think Wiggles is in heat. And you see what he's doing to my fence there. He's done it right there, and over on the other side I had a piece drove in the ground, and he's about to knock it out. So I'm gonna have to get up here and do some more fence repair and try to get it to where he can't knock it out. But we're gonna let him out at the end of this month, probably around November 1st. We'll let him out and let him go with the girls. That way he gets them pregnant, and they get, you know, we get somewhere around March, end of March or April, baby. So it's according to when they go into heat. I know that Wiggles is, because she's been sitting up here flicking her tail and putting it up next to him, and he's been about to go crazy. This is Wiggles' little baby, and I brought Snowflake on back up here. I didn't know how she would do with Wiggles' baby here, and she's done really good. He actually almost takes and loves on her as much as he does his mama. So, and she, I mean, he actually tries to suck on her teats, so, and she kind of just pulls away, but she don't try to hit him or anything. So she's doing really good with him. And then there's Sneezy and Mama. Mama's little baby's Tiny and Lucky over there. We had somebody going to buy Tiny, but the girl ended up living in an apartment, and so I told her it wasn't a good idea to take and put a goat in an apartment. So, and then there's Hershey. We've been doing real good with all of them. They're I'm getting ready to put them back on Craigslist and probably put them on Facebook and see if we can get rid of them, because they're getting a little bit older now, and they're starting to, Mama's trying to kind of get into where she's getting a little aggravated with them. So we'll let them go here before long. Let me walk down here and I'll show you Wiggles and all. I didn't mean to say Wiggles, I meant to say Spotty or Spot. Come here, buddy. He's starting to get to where he's peeing on his face now, so I don't know. My wife said the other day something white was running out of her. I don't know if it was just where she had maybe urinated and just had a little bit of, or if he's been on her, and I don't know. But he does. He's not as bad. Yeah, I mean, he don't smell it hardly any at all, but I know I have seen him do it, so that's a good boy. Yes, you are. Yeah, yes, you are. But Pepper here, she's been a really good, really good here lately. She lets me, when I go in, if she's eating, she'll just stand there and just let me rub her face, you know, right on her cheeks like this. I mean, just all day long as I want to. Salt, she's kind of warming up a little more. I mean, she will come to me and let me pet her. So I had to cut her hooves the other day, and my wife, I usually just sit down, and my wife gets them and brings them over to me, and I just lay them in my lap, kind of roll them up and reach around and clip their nails. That way I don't have to try and hold them or anything. They just laying on me. But she did really good. My wife let her go one time, and she threw her head back and got me in the side of the face with her horns. So, but that was kind of a miscommunication between me and my wife. I said I'm gonna roll her, and she thought I meant to let her go so I could roll her, but I meant for her to roll with me. But yeah, she's doing really good. Little Spot here's doing good. I got them all back up here now, so I don't have to go and feed in 2 or 3 places. Little Hershey, she's my little baby doll. She's the sweetest little goat. She usually comes to me and wants me to pick her up and hold her. I mean, I pick her up a good bit because I want her to be pretty friendly. But yeah, she's my little baby, ain't you? Yeah, you my little baby, ain't you? Alright, well, this video is already 10 minutes long. Ain't that sweet? That's so sweet. Spot does the same thing. I'm standing there, don't you, buddy? Sometimes you'll reach up and bite the wire, don't you? Yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's the update. Like I say, I hate that my voice is all messed up and I can't hardly talk, but we'll get in here. She's starting, her udder's starting to get a little bit smaller. She's only got 1 baby on her. Mama's is kind of getting a little bit smaller, but she's got 2 babies on her, so. Well, they're pretty much weaned. They just run and get it when they can. Mama will let her 2 boys drink, but come here, bro. Come here, Hershey. That's a good girl, Hershey. Yeah, that's a good girl, ain't her? But she is. She's a pretty little goat. You can see the colors on her, and she's got that face like Sneezy over there does. She's got the little stripes around her eyes and stuff, kind of like Sneezy. Sneezy. You can see there's stripes right there around her eyes and all. She has the same thing, except she, like I say, instead of being white all over, she's brown. It's kind of funny that Robert ends up with no brown on him. She's got very little brown on her. We ended up getting another, you know, pretty much gray and brown one. But yeah. Alright, well, I'll let y'all watch this, and I'm gonna get down here and get all my stuff and pull my truck back in the garage, and I'm done for today. Brandon got all the mixed sheet metal screwed down today up there, and also we're gonna get that cap sometime real soon. So alright, well, y'all have a good one.